In situations where, for example, you want to measure turnaround time or TAT, you have a very interesting formula that is called network days. So basically, network days will tell you the number of working days between two dates, taking into account the weekend and the holidays. So let's investigate this formula. Let's learn how it works. Let's try first with a small example. So here I have a project and I want to know the number of working days between two dates. So instead of 10 of January, I'm going to start with something easy. I'm just going to put 4 of Jan. So from 3 to 4 of Jan. How do we do that? We write equal network days. We open the parentheses and here you have first the start date. So I select my start date, comma, my end date, which is the 4th of Jan, and then the holidays. I'm gonna select the holidays, although they won't have any effect now because the first holiday is on 6th of Jan. But let's do it. Let's just select the holidays like this, close my parentheses, and press enter. And here you see 2 days. Why 2 days? Because it will count the day you start on, so the 3rd, and it will also count the day you end on, which is the 4th. So this is how you get 2 days. Now, in case your weekend is different than the traditional weekend, which is Saturday and Sunday, you can use another sister formula that is called Network Days International. So let me show you this. Here it automatically assumes that the weekend is Saturday, Sunday. Let's assume that the weekend is on a Monday. So instead of this formula, I'm just going to write here the other formula, equal Network Days International. So this is the formula. Let me select it. And first of all, we have a start date, same, comma, an end date. Then comma, here is the difference. You have a weekend. So here I'm going to select that Monday is my weekend. So I'm just going to double click 12 and then comma, let's select the same holidays, close parentheses, enter. And here you get 1. Why did I get 1? Because the 3rd of Jan is a Monday. So it will not count the 3rd of Jan, but it will count the 4th of Jan, which is a Tuesday. So this is why you will get 1 day with this different weekend. So for the rest of this lesson, I'm just going to use network days, but now you know that there is Network Days International and you know how to use it. So let's continue our example, and instead of the 4th of Jan, I'm just gonna put the 7th of Jan now. So here I get 4 days. Why did I get 4 days? Because the 3rd of Jan is the first day, the 4th of Jan is the second day, the 5th of Jan is the third day. Now the 6th of Jan is a holiday in my table here, right? So it will skip this day. And then the 7th of Jan is my 4th day. So this is how you get 4. If I put now the 10th of Jan, you will get 5. Why? Because 8 and 9 are weekends, so you don't count them, and then the 10th of Jan becomes another working day. So this is how you get your 5. Now if you remember, we had another lesson on another formula called workday. So what happens in workday? Basically, we get the start date, we get the number of working days, and then we get the deadline. Now if you look at this, and you look at my previous lesson, so here you have 5 days, 3 to 10 Jan, then here if you look, I have the same date, but I get 4 days. Why is that? Because workday doesn't count the start date. So it will automatically start from the 4th of Jan. This is why you have less days. Whereas network days will count the 3rd of Jan. And if you haven't seen the other lesson and you want more details, I'm gonna put a link in the description. So this is one of the big nuances between the two formulas. Now that we have this, we can just use F4 here. So we can drag the formula and then we can just drag it to C and you get the working days. Now let's do one more exercise to add a bit of complexity. Assume that I have two countries and they have different holidays. So you can see country 2 has an additional holiday. and I want this to update based on the country I select. So I'm gonna add a drop down here. So you go to data, data tools, data validation, list, and then you click on this arrow and select the two countries. You say OK. Now you can select country 1 or country 2. So how do I modify this formula to get the holidays of the right country? So now those holidays I have to remove. What I could use is an index and match formula. If you are not very familiar with index and match, I'm going to put a link in the description to a lesson that will explain to you the basics that I'm doing here. So I'm just going to start with an index formula. So index, open parentheses. What is my array? My array is basically where I have the answer. So my answer is here, right? I select all my holidays. Then I can use F4, comma, row number. Do I want to go down the rows? No, I want all the rows, right? So I can just skip it with another comma. Here I have an optional argument which is called column. So I need to use this one because I need to know, do I want column 1 or do I want column 2? So here, to get this, we can use a match formula. So let's do match, open parentheses. I have a lookup value. My lookup value is my selected country. I can use F4. Where is my lookup array? Basically, it's here. And let's use F4. Then comma, I want an exact match. So basically, this match formula, what it will do, it will just look here and tell me, is it column 1 or column 2? And this will be taken into account in the index formula, and then I'm going to get the right holidays. So I added the parentheses. I'm just going to do enter, and I get 5, obviously, because this is country 1, which are the holidays I was using. If I select country 2 now, you can see that I get 4 because now I selected the holidays of country 2. And let me show you with the formula. You can use evaluate formula here how it works. So if we do evaluate, it will start evaluating the match formula. So we do evaluate. You can see that here I have country 2. I need to find country 2 in J1 and K1, which is here, and I need an exact match. So if I click, you see it's the second column. Then the second column will be used in this index formula, which has this column and this column, which means it's going to take this column. If you see, I get K2 to K5, which is this second column, and then the formula will work normally. So we evaluate, we get 4. So this is how Network Days and Network Days International work. Please let me know in the comment whether this was easy or hard for you, and don't forget to like this video and help me by subscribing to the channel.